Vanakkam. This issue has been viral for the past few days. PSBB teacher, a stray dog named Rajagopalan. We have no necessity to give respect to such filthy ones. For someone who pounds on girl children, for someone who molests girl students, for someone who sexually harasses girl students, we have no necessity to respect such dogs. The school's name is Badma Sheshadri, and this rogue is a teacher there. He showcased himself half naked in front of his students in an online class. It is said that he would directly jump out of his bathroom to the online classes. Apparently, talking to the students in a vulgar tone, pushing them for sexting in the night with discussions about their apparel's dressing, when students actually had approached him for doubts in the morning itself. These are filthy acts that this scoundrel Rajagopal has habituated. He has been doing this for a very long time. While he had been doing such wicked acts, the concerned students had inhibitions to report his acts to the school. The school is also not of great worth, which I will explain later. One lady who is associated with the school, Madhuvanti, daughter of YG Mahendran, I happened to watch her interview. She claims that the school was built with blood, sweat and tears of her grandmother Rajalakshmi Parthasarathi. As so others have built schools with slush and sewage. All schools, all others have also built their institutions with blood, sweat and tears only. As such, they do not have any special qualities. Though they have some unique qualities, I do not wish to touch that subject now. Madhuvanti claims that if someone attempts to damage the reputation and legacy of their school, they'll be taken to task. What does she mean? Is it that Rajagopalan should not be scolded or criticized badly for his acts, or is it that she is trying to support him? Ideally, he should be butchered for his sinful acts. What else it means? It is a sin. Today we are receiving hordes of documents to prove his unscrupulous character. How did we get this news? He's been the same for the last 5 years. It is just in these few months we are experiencing a lockdown before such online class methods have started. How evil he could have been while handling. Students and parents have reached out to the registrar and the school management on his evil acts, but they ignored them. The school management did not bother. The other trouble was that the fear of students, if their schooling will be sabotaged if they complain about him. Not just him, there were other scoundrels as well who were in his gang, and it is clear that it is an act of group harassment. He himself has confessed this in his statement. Then how do you think this issue got revealed? One of the school alumni, a model named Kripali, happened to hear from a school juniors about Rajagopalan's sinful acts, foul mouth, half-naked posturing, his sudden appearance into the class from his bathroom and all this. These students have reached out to her to inquire about him and her previous experience. Only then this girl Kripali condemned him through her tweets. This is how it became viral, and only after one alumnus brought this out, the entire issue got revealed. Most of us are angered by his acts because it has happened right there in a home environment where the child attends her classes in an online method when their parents are still around. With no shame, he had behaved so unethically to his students. So what do you think should have happened? Do you think that the parents did not notice this? Even after reporting his harassment, the school management did not bother. YG Mahendra escapes saying that he has no relevance to this issue as he is just a trustee. Madhuvanti also claims that she was just an alumnus of the school, but yet she condemns. If someone attempts to damage the reputation and the legacy of their school, they'll be taken to task. Then who's the real administrator? YG Mahendra's sister-in-law is the in charge of the school. Rajendra is his brother and his wife is administering the school. Madhuvanti says that they take stern action even if they receive a minor complaint. But how did they really act when they receive a complaint? How did they handle a mishap? It's a history. This was in 2013. It's my duty to say this. The brother of our legal counsel, N.R. Ilango, his name is Manohar. Manohar is a director and a good actor in Tamil cinema. Manohar's son was Ranjan and he was in his 4th standard in 2013-2014 time period attending this school. The day was 16th August, a Thursday. Manohar received an SOS call from the school that his son was critical. Parents rushed to the location but were unable to figure out the place. The number from which they received the SOS information was also switched off. When they were crying with such anxiety, they were made to go around various hospitals. Finally, they arrived at Vijaya Primary Health Center at Vadabarni. There again, they were not allowed to see their son. Though the parents were informed that their son was admitted to that particular hospital, there was no one from the school in that vicinity. Neither a representative from the management nor someone from the correspondence office was there. There was not even a teacher at the spot. Shouldn't they have at least left an office attendant at the spot to coordinate with the parents? Manohar was crying there. The child is inside and there was no one around to help them. Only after a huge hue and cry, one of the doctors came near Manohar to understand what he needs. Once they told his son's name, only then they were taken inside the hospital, only to witness their son as a corpse. A school student is dead. There was not even a representative from the school to attend there. See the kind of compassion they have. They talk in a way that they are so compassionate. In reality, they used to such merciless acts. Eventually, I had gone to the death ceremony, and that's when I got briefed about this. How did this incident happen? That particular Thursday, the first period was a swimming period. This kid Ranjan had gone to the pool with a swimming dress but had forgotten his cap, for which he had climbed back to the floor to pick up his swimming cap. This kid loved swimming. Think of this. The first period itself was swimming class. They usually suggest that you should go to swimming with an empty stomach. But here, the boy would have just had his breakfast. You could imagine how irresponsible the school was, even in scheduling classes for children. What we learned is that the pool's capacity was just 15 people. But they dumped close to some 107, 108 children from all sections of 4th standard into the same swimming pool. In place of 15 members, they had pushed more than 100 children in the same pool in a single go. That too, the 3 scoundrels, the swimming instructors, happily went for a tea break, leaving so many children in the pool. I am lamenting here with the pain of parents who lost their children. Only those who lost a child like Ranjan will understand this impact. These 3 scoundrels went for a tea break. Once the period was over, they lined up children for a roll call and only then they realized that the kid Ranjan was missing. See how much time they lost. Only after this they searched for Ranjan and they found him dead. They shut down the voices of all children first. The child was taken to a nearby doctor who told them that he was brought dead. They had to conceal the entire incident as it was their prime time and dumped the dead child at Vijaya Health Center. The boy was already dead when the parents had arrived, but the parents were informed that the boy had respiratory trouble. They took no action here, and that was also their prime time with power. Neither the correspondent, school management, nor the trainer and not even a watchman was held responsible. The parents rushed to the police station to raise a complaint. What should have happened there at the police station? They should have secured the correspondent, the teacher, or at least the trainer. It was a murder. There was no action at the station. They did not even make a complaint on this issue. Moreover, it was the reign of then Chief Minister J. Jayalalitha. Do you think she would have let someone arrest Mrs. Parthasarathi during her period? There was no action, and there was no one to complain. And moreover, there was a strict order on not to even touch the watchman of that school. Then who's accountable for the death of Ranjan? Today, we have got a response for the death of that innocent kid, a little boy, Ranjan. As I say, a long-time thief will get red-handed one fine day. That's why PSBB is ridiculed today. This is why all those related to the school are making such a big noise. See their statements. We will not let go of an offender, but we will not let anyone shame us. What fun! Who is shaming you? For what joy? When Rajagopalan himself is giving a statement that there are others as well who had done such acts, that too for what he has done for last 5 years. Shouldn't we be pulling out his nails and inflict pain? Should we spare him? What do you think of girl students? How dare they treat girls as red meat of their taste? Just to remind you on how great was the then Chief Minister. There are real shreds of evidence of a rule. Let me give you another instance. It was the same year. There is a school in Tambaram named Zion. It is an all-inclusive school and has some 35,000 students. Vijayan is the correspondent. They had deployed so many buses as contract vehicles. In one such bus was a huge bottom breakage through which a small kid fell down and lost her life. I am claiming no advantage towards the Zion school or its correspondent Vijayan. I am also not against the small kid who lost her life. Just a piece of evidence on the then CM's rule. After the child lost her life, it became sensational news as it was a serious offense and a complaint was lodged. The moment the complaint was lodged, the correspondent Vijayan was behind bars. The contractor was arrested, the driver was arrested, even the cleaner was arrested. Around 7 to 8 people were arrested and Vijayan was in jail for almost a year. 1 year jail term for the correspondent, and that particular case in which the child died by falling through the bus breakage is still active in the court. This incident happened in 2013. But for the incident in which we lost our boy, we found no action. While the other incident was taken seriously, though I don't intend to justify it either, only today we are finding justice for Ranjan. This school is making such a big noise now. How many such innocent kids and lives would we have lost through that school? Because it was their period of prime power and pride. For what they thought that no one could touch them. This may not end here. There are so many teachers who ruin the lives of such innocent children. To teach them all a lesson, we should butcher this Rajagopal. Subscribe to Nakkheeran Neo. 32 years of unpersevered investigative journalism, now reaching out to the global audience. Hit the bell button for immediate alerts.